What's happening in Sudan is a genocide and an occupation by a UAE-backed militia called the RSF, or the Rapid Support Forces. To understand this, we have to go back to the creation of the United Arab Emirates.
The United Arab Emirates, or UAE, was formed in 1971 by direct intervention of the United States. Like Israel, the UAE was built up as a client state to secure Western interests and dominance in the Middle East. In exchange for protecting U.S. oil routes and acting as a regional enforcer, the Emirati royal families got to enjoy a life of immense luxury. The U.S. supplied weapons, military training, and political backing, ensuring that the Emirati monarchy could hold power without challenge. This arrangement turned the UAE into one of America's most loyal allies in the region, its major defense partner. It all started when oil was discovered in regions that are now Abu Dhabi and Dubai in the 1960s. The U.S. wanted to secure this oil after Britain announced in 1968 that it would withdraw its military from the region. Unlike in countries like Afghanistan and Iraq, where the U.S. relied on direct military invasions to secure its interests, in the UAE it took a softer colonial strategy, building up loyal monarchies and securing oil through partnerships with the royal family in exchange for protection and luxury. This allowed the U.S. to transform the UAE into a willing defense arm of its empire, hosting bases, supplying weapons, and protecting power across the Middle East and Africa. So in 1971, the US, along with the UK, helped found the Federation of the Seven Emirates, which came to be called the United Arab Emirates. Full citizenship in the UAE was then restricted to people who could trace their lineage back to the royal families. American oil companies like Exxon, Mobil, and Chevron gained privileged access to the UAE's oil reserves. In return, the US made sure those profits flowed back into the royal family wealth and US arms sales. The UAE quickly took a page out of the neo-colonial playbook and sought to expand as an empire through the pillaging of the African continent. From smuggling minerals out of the Democratic Republic of Congo, to funding wars in Libya, to land grabs in the Horn of Africa. Emirati elites have treated the continent as a backyard for extraction and profit.
Meanwhile, in Sudan, people were rising up against a corrupt regime. In 2018 and 2019, Sudanese masses led a powerful revolution against decades of corruption and mismanagement under previous President Omar al-Bashir. People demanded better standards of living and representative governance. Bashir was eventually removed, but what came after was a fragile transitional period, one filled with hope but also uncertainty. And this is where the UAE saw its opportunity.
In 2023, the UAE took advantage of this political power vacuum. It poured weapons, money, fighters, and political backing into the Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF, a private militia stemming out of a previous militia alliance called the Janjaweed. The RSF launched a violent campaign